Cedar Key is one of the most special places in the world, and what makes it special is this industry. And the thought of losing it it's heartbreaking. Michael Presley Bobbitt, and I am the clambassador. So it's really hard to overstate the impact that Hurricane Idalia had on the clam industry here in Cedar Key. I don't know anyone who had less than a 75% loss of their entire crop, and every other person I talked to lost more than 90% of their crop.
This is prime clam country, 1,000 acres of clams. The problem is they all got covered in mud and silt.
We've got thousands of bags of dead clams filling up prime aquaculture real estate. Until we do the hard work to remove all of those clams, we can't replant. And to think about some of the smaller family farmers that hadn't gotten a paycheck in 6 or 8 weeks now, and probably won't get one again for months to come.
All right, clambassador, you ready for this?
Do it.
Why am I dressed with a tent on right now? Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? What was it? Real clammers don't go in the water with these on?
No, you're
well, that
you're
answers
official.
that question.
You're official.
Let's go.
All right, let's do it. I've always loved this island. I've been coming here every other weekend for 20 years. I showed up on the island to finish writing a novel. I made good buddies with Heath Davis, our mayor here. He hates to do interviews, so anytime there was a storm or anything that required interviewing, he'd go hide in his house and he'd send me out to do it. And at some dinner conversation, it just came up, well, you're kind of like the ambassador for the island. Well, now you're a clammer, and then clam ambassador turned into clambassador. It's harder to sell the story of Cedar Key clams when we don't have clams. So we're facing an existential crisis. All right, so let's roll this up. It's kind of a fun process to plant them. It's sort of a Zen thing. In all the things I've done in my life, nothing has ever felt so good as this work. I feel like I'm legitimately contributing to the long-term health of a place that I love. You ready? Yep. You hear that sound? That's the sound of money. In Cedar Key, we talk about all the time about Cedar Key resiliency. It's not just a catchphrase, it's what we do. Every time we head back out into the Gulf and we plant bags of clams on the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico, we're showing the resiliency that makes this island a really special place. And what's next is we're gonna get after it and keep planting.